I think it's pretty clear that I love Pikmin. Pikmin means the world to me, and you bet I'm hyped for a Pikmin. Today is different than a normal top 5. I have a top 7 list. So here are the top 7 Pikmin types in the Pikmin series. Quick note, Bulbmin will be excluded simply because they don't have their own onion. Same with Puffmin, but you don't even get to control those, so does that even count? Anyways, this is just my opinion and not an official list. So let's begin. I have respect for these Pikmin, but I'm not a fan of them. I can't say I hate the Pikmin itself, I just hate how broken they are. Purple Pikmin. These stubby fellows pack a punch, but too much of a punch! They break Pikmin 2 and make no death runs a breeze. You can play almost the entirety of Pikmin 2 with just purples and be okay. They're cute, but I just want a challenge when I play Pikmin, and there's no challenge when you use them. Thankfully they got nerfed when Pikmin 3 came around, otherwise Mission Mode would have been so much easier. Rock Pikmin. The addition of Rock Pikmin excited me when I first saw it. They were a completely new spin on combat with throwing Pikmin, and I enjoyed the new take on the combat. But a whole army of them is really frustrating to control. Whipping around Pikmin everywhere is fine in small amounts, but when you have a full army of them, 100 Rock Pikmin, which you need for certain bosses in Pikmin 3, it just turns into a mess real quick, and it leads to a lot of deaths. I hope newer Pikmin come in different shapes and sizes, but I hope they're not as tough to control as Rock Pikmin. And also, Nintendo, I'm waiting on that Rock Pikmin plush. Where's it at? It's the only one I'm missing. Each Pikmin type feel unique and independent from others. Yellow has higher throwing arcs, rocks can't latch on to enemies, and white Pikmin poison enemies. And then there are red Pikmin. Sure, red Pikmin can go through fire and have 1.5 times attack power, and even are the most iconic Pikmin, but that isn't enough to make them feel different from the other Pikmin. It's not a bad thing, they're just less versatile in later games. In Pikmin 1, they were incredible, they were the best Pikmin, but as each game progressed in the series, they become more and more useless. And I guess that's why games always start off with red onions. You just want to get the worst one out of the way. Hopefully someday they'll get an upgrade that make them as valuable as they were in Pikmin 1. I'm hopeful. A speedrunner's best friend, white Pikmin. White Pikmin are so much fun to use. They're fast, they're small, and I always keep some in my party because they can be helpful in so many situations. And my favorite situation? Sacrificing Pikmin. Sure, it's sad when a Pikmin dies, but when a white Pikmin dies, oh boy, that's exciting! It poisons the enemy and takes a good amount of health from them. It is so helpful when you're trying to take down some beefy enemies. White Pikmin are fun, but I just wish they weren't such a pain to get. I guess if they had their own onion, I would commit mass genocide, so I guess it's good that they don't have their own onion. The first Pikmin game, these fools were useless. Only used 4 or 5 times in the entire game. But Pikmin 2 comes around, and these Pikmin are the absolute best, besides stupid purples. Yellow Pikmin are one of the most versatile types in the series. They can be thrown high, they resist electricity, which is an insta-kill in Pikmin 2, and they're the only ones who can wield bombs in the first game. I just love using them in Pikmin 2 because of how they can be used in almost every situation. They're not higher on the list simply because they're near pointless in 1 and got nerfed a bit in Pikmin 3. I mean, I still love them, but they're not as good as the other two. Before my favorite Pikmin type came along, blue Pikmin were on top of the list. I love the exclusivity of blue Pikmin. They always have their own areas, their own puzzles, and not many other types of Pikmin have that. They can save other Pikmin from drowning and swim and attack enemies underwater. There's something about these Pikmin I just adore so much. I love their design more than most Pikmin, and they're so helpful in so many situations. You never have to worry about them drowning. That's always something you have to think about when using other Pikmin types. So you can just basically go everywhere with them. They're the perfect travelers. But they're not number 1. But I think everybody knows what number 1 is. If you couldn't tell by my icon, my Twitter, or anything else that even relates to my channel, I love winged Pikmin. Pikmin 3 is probably my least favorite game in the main series, but they introduced the best Pikmin type. Winged Pikmin are support Pikmin. They have reduced damage, they fly over hazards, carry back items on different routes than most ground Pikmin do, and most importantly, they're pink. Okay, yeah, there's a little bit of bias because they're pink, but even if they were like brown or orange or teal, I would still pick them as number 1. Having a full squad of 100 Pikmin is a giant collectathon. You get to see an army of pink Pikmin buzzing around with corpses, pellets, treasures, and whatever else is there to bring back. They're just the perfect cleanup crew, and they have a lot of exclusive fights like the Hornet fight or the Burrowing Snagret, and just really anything that flies. They can obliterate them. Don't underestimate these little guys when going against aerial enemies. They'll take them out in an instant. They're always good to have in your party. They are always useful in every single trip that you do. Always take them. They are so amazing, and I'm so excited to see how Nintendo expands upon their abilities in the upcoming games. Thank you all for watching my list of the top 7 Pikmin types. Let me know your list in the comments below. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.